Okay, today we're going to finish off our block of instruction on the benefits of physical activity. Really, not much more. We're just going to go over the keywords and then go over what I want to see on the exercise number 5, which is my exercise schedule. Yesterday, you should have completed your exercise to my fitness goals. I went in and looked at that. Quite a few of you haven't done that yet. So go ahead, make sure you finish the SMART goals, and then we'll talk about what we expect to see on that exercise schedule, which should be accomplishing today. All right. So like I said, I'm going to go over some of the key words. This will be a short class. First one is aerobic. Aerobic exercise is, and we went over that, is that light exercise that gets you warmed up and increases your heart rate. Moderate to vigorous exercise that requires large amounts of oxygen and improves your cardiorespiratory system. Or intense exercise designed to create strength. If you all been listening to the class, that's easy. It's B, moderate to vigorous exercise. Lots of oxygen, cardiorespiratory. So, if that was aerobic, what is anaerobic exercise? Includes intense exercise such as running, jumping, biking. Improves your cardiorespiratory, or requires little oxygen but uses short bursts of energy. So we know what aerobic was, so it would be C. Requires little oxygen but short bursts of energies. So that's going to be like the weightlifting or potentially a sprint. That's going to be anaerobic. So you got your aerobic and anaerobic exercises. Blank is a form of exercise where you switch between different exercises to build up different aspects of your fitness. Is that cross-training, cardio, or boot camp? And we talked about it, going from anaerobic to aerobic. It's a cross-training. It's a mixing it all up. And that's a pretty popular form of training now, which you can do on your own. Metabolism is a rupture of a blood vessel in your brain. The way the food you eat is converted into energy. A serious illness caused by the lack of exercise. And if you pay attention, of course, metabolism is the way your food is converted to energy. So when we're young, we typically have a higher metabolism. You're burning that food at a higher rate to convert it into energy. And that's why a lot of people say they can't gain weight because they have such a high metabolism. But over time, a lot of times as you age, your metabolism will slow down, and that gets people in trouble. So you need to be aware of that. What your metabolism is today is not what it's going to be potentially in the future. The force you can exert or the weight you can lift at one time indicates your endurance, your anaerobic capacity, or your muscle strength. And the force, that's your strength, how much muscle strength you have. So that's the force you can exert at one time. Okay, now the ability of your muscle to repeatedly exert a force over a prolonged period indicates your level of physical fitness, your muscle endurance, or your aerobic capacity. Think about that one. And that's going to be B, your muscle endurance. So muscle strength is, if you could bench 225 pounds, that's where you max out, that's your strength. But endurance, how many reps can you do? So, if you want to build up your muscle strength, a lot of times they say do heavy weights, low reps. But if you want to increase your muscle endurance, how long your muscles can go over a prolonged period of time, a lot of times that's going to be lower weights, higher reps. Building up that muscle endurance. Two different things. Muscle endurance, muscle strength. And we need to be aware of that when we're developing an exercise program. All right, that leaves us our essential question. Last thing. How can you improve your level of physical fitness? That's what we've been talking about during this whole block of instruction. So yesterday, you did your SMART goal. I was able to review a few as of like 3 o'clock on Monday. About a little over half a dozen have been turned in. So we need to get those completed during the class time that we give you. But I want you to give those specific goals of what you want to improve in your physical fitness. We said pick something out and let's see how we can improve. And some of you did a really good job, the ones I did review. So now that we got a goal, what we're going to do today is one exercise, which is exercise number 5, my exercise schedule. Because if you make a goal, that's great. But if you don't do anything to achieve that goal, like it's like not following a roadmap, you're going to get lost. You got to create a plan so that you know how you're going to get there. And here it is. So this is posted in It's Learning. It's in a Google slide, although I've got it open in the Adobe Acrobat here. But I want you to go through realizing what your overall goals are. What is your schedule going to be? Now, you don't have to fill this out, every block, or for that matter, every day. You should be working out ideally at least 5 times a week. And as teenagers, we said that, the ideal amount of exercise for y'all should be at least 60 minutes a day. So you look at your week and what you're doing and come up with a schedule. Some of y'all, you'll have, if you're, on football, you'll have your football. And you may be doing, on certain days, muscle strengthening, conditioning. Other days, you may be doing more of the, the running and the aerobic activities. But you want to, no matter what you're doing, no matter what your goals are, you want to have a good mixture of the aerobic activities where you're building up that cardio, respiratory endurance, and also your anaerobic over here, your muscle strengthening activities, where you're doing those sort of things to increase your muscle endurance and your muscle strengthening. So this is designed to be a schedule to kind of help you think through, okay, how am I going to do this? So, for instance, I don't know, I'll come up at, you get up, and at 7 a.m., I am going to go and do 125 push-ups. Okay, I can't type that in there, but you'll be able to type it in yours because I've got it in Google Slides. And how long will it take you? 15 minutes or however long you think. And then at noon, between the 3rd and 4th, I'm going to go for a 25-minute run. So, like I said, it's not letting me do it, but it will work because I converted it over for you guys. But you can put those sort of things in there and just look at, what you're doing each day and try to come up with a schedule of when you're going to do your muscle activities, when you're going to do aerobic. Maybe one day you do aerobic, another day you do the anaerobic muscle. However it may be. There's no right answer to this, and you don't have to fill it out, and you don't need to get 60 minutes, but it's designed for you to start thinking about what do I need to do in order to achieve fitness goals. And if we write this out, we develop this plan, you're more likely to follow it. And you're more likely to hold yourself accountable to it. Be more disciplined in doing it. And that's why I'm putting it in there. I'm putting it in there not to waste your time. I'm putting this in here for you to really sit down and think about, when can I exercise? What am I going to do? How long am I going to do it? And then, okay, this is when I'll do it so that I can go and achieve fitness goals. And it's designed purely for you. So I'm going to put that in there as an assignment for you to go fill it out. It's going to take, this will take longer than the SMART goal that you should have already accomplished. Did that yesterday. You put your SMART goals in there. And then you do this to say, this is how I'm going to complete my plan. Like I said, yesterday was this. There's your SMART goals. So your specific goals, you told me how that you were going to be, is it measurable, how you were going to do it, if you think it's attainable, and how you're going to monitor your progress and over the time frame that you are going to do it. But today, we're going to put together the plan, my exercise schedule plan. And that's all I've got today. Pretty easy day. Get the work done. I'll be reviewing it. Like I said, you don't have to put in each one of these blocks, but it should be pretty well filled out with activities and things that you're doing so that you can start moving towards those fitness goals and establishing a lifetime habit of being committed to physical fitness. And of course, last week we talked about proper diet and nutrition. So I will talk to you all during the class period, but get these done so we can move forward with those sort of objectives.